Was in a deep, dreamless sleep. She fumbles for her phone on the nightstand, but her fingers swat air. What time is it? I don't know, but Mason won't come out of his room. I'm hungry. He runs down the hall. She hears the sharp scrape of a stool toward the kitchen cabinets, the bang of a plastic bowl as it slips from his fingers, the clumsy way he opens and shuts the fridge and ransacks the silverware. She really needs to start keeping his bowls and cups in a lower cabinet. Grace's joints stiffen as she heaves herself out of bed, a dull ache nipping the base of her spine. She plucks her sweater from the dresser, walks to Mason's room, and jiggles the knob. Mace? She presses her ear to the door. Images flash through her mom brain. He's hurt himself. He's stopped breathing. He's climbed out the window and been missing since last night. Mason? She attempts to keep the fear out of her voice as she knocks harder against the wood. Open the door, please. Noah says if she is firm and uses action words, he'll be more likely to do what she says. She peers down the hall. Where is Noah? After a few minutes, he unlocks the door. You know what a locked door means, right? She doesn't warn him about his tone. Unlike Luca, Mason speaks factually, not always emotionally. Luca and I were worried about you. We don't lock doors in this house. Fine. Can I go back to reading? What are you reading? My mom's journal. What? She pushes into his room, pauses, and waits for permission. May I see? He points to a gray journal on the bed, its pages fluttering under the high whine of the ceiling fan. She flips off the fan and runs her fingers over the cover. It's the same journal she saw in Lee's studio, the one she brought to Black Mountain. Hey, bud. You know that journals are for private thoughts, right? Mason hovers by the door. Yes, I am quite aware of that fact. And those thoughts are for grown-ups, not kids. I have an IQ of 156. That's a landslide compared to most grown-ups. Grace laughs. That's true, but this is still meant to be private. He sits beside her and points to a random page. Have you read this? My mom had a lot of secrets. She refrains from just taking the journal. She would never dream of doing something so sudden with Mason, something she wouldn't even think twice about if it were Luca. She is growing accustomed to the two sets of rules, but sometimes it's hard not to fall back on her parenting impulses. Is this why you were upset last night? Were you looking for this? He shrugs. I found it, didn't I? He plucks the wooden airplane from his nightstand and holds it. I just miss her. Of course you do, Grace says. She eyes the journal again. Sorry for coming into your room unannounced. Would you like some breakfast? Yes, please. May I have the journal? He rolls his eyes. Grown-ups really are no fun. Thank you. She tucks it under her arm and then places it on her desk. She heads into the kitchen and sees Noah bent over her coffee maker. That's a lovely sight. Grace smiles and kisses him on the lips. Well, good morning to you, too. Didn't want to wake you. Circles deepen the hollows beneath his eyes. No sleep? Couldn't, for some reason. Coffee should help. She slips on her sweater, washes her hands, and pulls down 2 mugs. I can't find the decaf, though. Where do you keep it? Oh, you know what? I'm out. But the doctor said I could still have 1 cup of regular coffee a day. Even with your age and everything? Noah raises his eyebrows. She said that's okay. She doesn't take offense at his question and instead laughs. Yes, even in my old age. 1 cup of coffee is fine. His face relaxes. Thank God, because I need it today. 1 strong cup coming up. Once breakfast is ready, Luca plays with 2 transformers on the table, mouthing silent explosions as the plastic toys butt into each other, while Mason reads a science book. Grace sips her coffee, not yet ready to eat. Noah wolfs his eggs. Everything okay? You seem nervous or something. No. He wipes away egg with his napkin. Just anxious to get everything wrapped up today. We'll get it done. Carol offered to watch the boys while we work, since she's right down the street. They can play outside. Mason's